Jai Guru. Question. 3 weeks ago, my head began to hurt very badly with the constant repetition of the mantra. The point in the centre of the head behind the eyes is strongly compressed and the third eye seems to be on fire. This pain radiates to the veins, the back of the head, and I noticed that because of this, the jaw is strongly compressed at night. I wake up several times at night and it is difficult to fall asleep because of the pulsation in the centre of the head of the Ajna chakra. Also, during the day, there was a feeling that you are slightly losing consciousness, or as if you're going under the water. Even sometimes you forget some simple things. I have not repeated the mantra for 10 to 12 days, but all these effects do not go away. Even ordinary breathing provokes the third eye to these reactions. Please let me know if there are any recommendations. Answer. As you know, the mantra can bring about many different kinds of experiences in different devotees. The current effects seem to be causing some dispeace. First of all, I'm happy to hear that you have stopped reciting the mantra. When I had periods of severe headaches and various powerful sensations, Maharaj told me to stop meditating for a certain period of time. Sometimes the energy circulating is too strong and the body cannot keep up the pace. The process of rewiring is a complex one. Secondly, there seems to be an imbalance and overloading of the mental processes. Distance yourself from what's going on. It is important not to give attention to this phenomena. As you know, if you give attention to something, it feeds and energizes it more. You are never your experiences. You are always the witness of them. So here, you are the witness of these sensations and experiences. You need to bring your attention back to center, back to selfless self, back to the heart. Everything is transient and passes. This period will also pass. The cleansing process works in its own way and at a pace that we frequently cannot make sense of, but we need to trust it anyway. You know that the Nam only works for good and it cannot hurt. Don't let the mind comment so much on what is going on, and don't buy into any feelings of distress or fear. Remind yourself that you are formless, prior to beingness, and therefore nothing is actually happening because you are unborn. Bring your focus back to reality, your natural, stateless state. When we experience what you describe as moments of partial loss of consciousness and feelings of going underwater, it is time to do self-inquiry. Just ask yourself, who is having this feeling? Who is drowning? Or was this happening prior to beingness? These questions will disarm the sometimes intense yet illusory moments that arise. If we are caught off guard, we will, quote, fall into the ditch, unquote, as Maharaj says, or take it for real. be reminded of the importance of staying alert at all times so that we do not fall into any traps. Thirdly, the Nam mantra is not to be viewed as something isolated and separate from our master, Sri Ramakant Maharaj. To bring back some equilibrium at this time, I recommend more devotion, puja to Maharaj / Sadguru. Call on Maharaj, be with Maharaj, surrender to Maharaj. Surrender everything that currently appears to be going on to Maharaj. Again, this will help you shift the focus of attention from the effects, the temporary, to the permanent, the ultimate. Finally, see this as another opportunity, challenge, or test to be courageous and deepen your conviction by remaining as the witness. In the face of unsettling, continuing symptoms, at the same time, you know deep down that no matter what appearances arise, they cannot touch your essence, your reality, that has always been pristine, unblemished, untouched, and will remain untouched for eternity. Don't worry. Be assured that what is going on is an illusory, passing show. You are a master, so it is up to you to release the hold this phenomena has over you and shift the focus. Stay with selfless self. Stay with Maharaj's shield of protection. Spend time in prayer and devotion, offering gratitude to Maharaj for the truth that he has shown you. And express your humility by bowing to Maharaj as well as by singing to him. Jai Guru. Question. Recently, a lot of reminiscing coming up during meditation, especially guilt regarding my past actions. I see how my egotism has hurt others in ways that I didn't before. I think you mentioned this phenomenon in one of your online videos. It's perhaps an aspect of the purification, and I should be careful lest I identify with the guilt, as that implies doership, etc. Nevertheless, I reached out to one of the persons I arrogantly hurt many years ago, and I thought maybe she would think I have gone mad to suddenly come and apologize after all this time. Instead, not at all. She truly appreciated it and showed me a poem she had written back then and had on the wall near the bed, perhaps that contributed to heal an old wound. But I have to be careful not to get caught up in this personal stuff. Could it be that the more one disidentifies with the ego, the more the ego is seen for what it is, and it ain't pretty? So naturally, some guilt and disappointment arises, as in, am I really this? Did I really act so arrogantly and selfishly without noticing? It's also clear one has to go back to self-inquire, as I am not the body. That is what you tell me, so my true self is also sinless. This is also something I read Ramakant Maharaj saying. When it comes to the initiation, the thought that comes up is whether I'm worthy of it. But then the answer should be to make it so, to prepare the altar, to make a welcoming environment for the masters, and so on. Also, I read a statement from Ramana Maharshi the other day that makes confident I should do this sooner rather than later. Quote, "Think of God. Attachments will gradually drop away. If you wait till all desires disappear before starting your devotion and prayer, you will have to wait for a very long time indeed." Unquote. This makes me realize that if I wait until I'm perfectly pure, then I'll probably have to wait till death us do part, me and my body, that is. Answer. The purification process brings all the dirt to the surface. Cleansing is needed, i.e., erasing all that is not true, all the layers of conditioning, experiences, identification with the body-mind complex. The purpose is to clean the slate, not to indulge in past behaviour. And guilt is a concept. Who is guilty? Were you guilty prior to beingness? No. Your true nature is immaculate, unsoiled, untouched, immutable, and definitely sinless. So don't get caught up in past behaviours. You do not exist. Therefore, who is the sinner? Who is guilty? You've just been playing different roles in this dream life. Don't waste time and energy making amends and apologising. If you wish, you can make these gestures when you're more detached from the body-mind. But now, the real business that awaits your energy is simply to allow everything to arise without analysing anything, without getting involved in the illusion of what you think you did, etc. You did not do anything. There is no doer. The ego behaved in certain learned ways. However, soon you will know that this all came from conditioning. As I said in a previous email, when the ego mind senses its impending destruction, it will fight tooth and nail for survival. Don't get caught up in all this stuff from the past. It is not the direction we want you to go in. Self-inquiry is important to stop this train of identification. Who is worthy? There is no such question to consider. The sooner, the better, so that you can get rid of the false I and undergo the process of deprogramming to remove all illusion, the darkness of ignorance. Only by doing so will the light of truth begin to shine. When I said to you to prepare for initiation, I did not mean you undergoing self-analysis. I just meant opening your heart, growing in trust and sincerity, and preparing your altar at home. Now is the time for devotion, prayer, and surrender. If you wait for all desires to disappear without meditation, you will wait forever. The Nam mantra will assist in dissolving these and help you discriminate between the real and the unreal. I advise making arrangements soon to travel for initiation, followed by some time off work to really delve deep and continue the practice. Jai Guru.